Alright, we rolling. What the deal is, it's your boy John coming back once again. One of these videos finna help my wave was at, with a shower method that I've been doing for about 3 weeks. I ain't been holding that, but I was just experimenting to see was it gonna work before I put it out there to the public and to the other wavers. Now, I believe this method will help guys that had braids for a while or had dreads and they want to explore in the wave world as far as getting 360 waves or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna introduce to you, because everybody should already know about this. It's called brushing waves. It's a real light, real thin product. It really adds, superior shine, and it really helps your waves get better. Now, the way that I use it is, I use it when I'm in the shower brushing. I've been doing that for about 3 weeks. And it has helped my waves out tremendously as far as more defined and, connections are looking much better. And as far as, my crown is helping my crown too to get more developed and to close it, to make it, usually when somebody's crown is wide, but if you brush a certain way with the 360 pattern, you'll see that your crown it'll get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, that's what you want. So what I'm gonna say about this brushing waves today is, when I get in the shower, I wet my hair, I brush it before I apply the brushing waves. I brush my hair for like 5 minutes. I cut down on the whole lot of brushing in the shower, because my waves are already set in, and my connections and depth and definition is already set in stone in mine. So I really don't have to do too much to mine no more, but there's always room for improvement. Now, like again, what I said, before I apply this, I brush for about 5 minutes, all around with the hard brush. Now that I'm woofing, and I brush for 5 minutes, and then after I brush for 5 minutes, I apply the brushing waves. I apply the brushing waves all over. Then I brush again with the hard brush until it's almost dry. Meaning, by you being in the shower, it's not going to be almost dry, but just step from in front of the water and brush till it's almost dry. Then when you finish brushing, rinse it out and brush again with just water. Again, just 5 minutes. But I say again, I'll cut down on the brushing, because like I said, all mines are set in stone. So after you apply the brushing waves, you wash it out, brush again. When you get out the shower, you can also apply brushing waves again and brush until it's almost dry. What that's doing is you're training your hair to the point where it's gonna lay down and it's gonna wave up by you brushing and training it so much. That's where waves come from, curls, and training your hair the way that you want your waves to form, if that makes any sense to the other wavers. So again, I'm coming to introduce to y'all this brushing wave. This some real good stuff. I've been using it, like I said, for like 3 weeks in the shower, brushing or whatever, and it's done a lot of good deeds for me as far as, more connections and everything, or depth and definition. So my advice to the other wavers, this brushing waves is real good for the shower. Now, with that being said, I'm out.